Welcome to the South Florida Saltwater Fishing Report. I'm Heath, and it's time to get into the bite. All right, folks, welcome to the show. South Florida's ultimate resource for everything local fishing. We're going to go over what's biting, who's catching it, where it's being caught. We're also going to cover your future marine forecast, your tide charts, and your moon phase. Everything, like I said, everything you need to know to help keep you in the know and keep you in the bite. Before we get into this, though, if you want to learn more about fishing, grow as an angler, just see some great and exciting offshore fishing adventures, you can start by hitting the subscribe button. Sorry about the stalling there. By hitting the subscribe button and joining the South Florida Saltwater Fishing family. All right, folks, let's get right into this. Had some good stuff coming up. We're kind of in the middle of cold front season right now. So we've got another front coming through at the end of the week. And of course, we've got another front coming. Sorry about that. I had a phone call coming through and I had to ignore it. Sorry. Got another front coming through at the end of the week. We'll talk about that. But yeah, we're in the middle of cold front season, so we got lots of wind going on. Hopefully behind this cold front that's coming up, the wind will calm down just a little bit. But for the next few 2 or 3 days, the wind's going to keep blowing. But after that, it'll calm down. But it's out there, so if you get out there, be careful. All righty. Let's start looking at some fish, right? All right, so we're going to start out with Tyrone. This has got a couple of freshwater picks going on right now. We'll start out with those. This is Tyrone. Nice largemouth bass. Obviously, some lake, some canal. I'm not sure where, but hey, yeah. If you got a picture of a fish, share it. I don't care if it's from a different state or if it's freshwater. Nice. Tyrone, thank you for your contribution. And we got another freshwater fish. This is Marlo Kennedy Aleva, the skinny water queen out there. Again, some freshwater bass. Hey, here we go. Let's see what we got. I'm a big fan. Venice, Florida. 3 kings and a huge cuda. Awesome. Hey, congrats. Awesome. Good deal. I'm glad the fish are biting. Yes, largemouth bass. She also posted another picture of this somewhere. Here we go. So, hey, a little bit of a filter going on. So, summertime, Christmas theme going on. Perfect. All right, some freshwater fish. The bass are biting. If you folks are out there getting the freshwater, looking to get that stuff going on. Anyway, all right, let's take a look and see if we've got some skinny water stuff, right? Oh, man, I'm glad I answered your questions. Thank you. I try. If you got any of them, just feel free to ask. All righty. Let's take a look at some shallow water stuff, right? Here we go. This is Tony. Not so shallow, 120 feet, but he said, he reached out to me. He said, this lane snapper right here is 17 inches. That's giant for a lane snapper. This is what they normally look like. And a couple of porgies. Nice. All right. So I would say, all right. So that's more of like reef fish going on. Jeff is somewhere, I'm guessing the West Coast. This is a nice grouper haul. Yes. Solid grouper haul. I'm looking for shallow water fish. We got Captain Jim, the best of Boynton. There's no way this thing came out deep. Maybe off the reef, but that's a solid bluefish for South Florida. Captain Jim is a charter boat captain out of Boynton Beach, right? If you're in the market for a charter boat and you're in the area of Boynton Beach, get out on the water and you need a captain, hey, hit him up. It's his charter is called 4J's Charters. It's Captain Jim. And yes, the proof is in the pudding. This picture right here is just one of a plethora of several species. Take you offshore and get you in the bite. So yeah, if you can't get in touch with him, go through me. I can get you in touch with him. All right, Captain Jim with a giant bluefish. Yes. Oh, here we go. Sorry, here's some shallow water stuff. This is a nice little trout going on from Daniel. Yes. So, hey, I don't know much about trout and regulations, but I would say, hey, if that's legal, man, it's some trout nuggets right there going on. So anyway, nice catch. Hey, thanks for the submission. And I guess the trout are biting. I know we get them down further down in the Keys, right, on the national park side, and then down in like Biscayne Bay-ish area. Like they're like the grass flats type of fish, but I believe you got to go and like maybe have spots. I've never really fished for them. I've seen people catch them. I'm not sure, but hey, awesome fish. Thank you, sir. Everyone is saying the King are leaving Venice, but I got 5 in 2 days. Don't know how to tell the difference. So yes, little kingfish have those yellow dots like Spanish mackerel do. And Spanish mackerel have those dots. The way you tell is the line that goes down the body. It's different. It looks like it's got like a more pronounced drop on the kingfish. On a Spanish mackerel, it's more smooth. On a kingfish, it'll go and it'll drop and go down, and that's on both sides. On the Spanish mackerel, it's like a smooth, more wave swell looking thing rather than a sharp drop. That's the only way that I know to tell them. Like I said, little kings have spots. The bigger they get, those spots fade. Hope that helps. And yeah, I'm glad you're catching them and nobody else is. All right. So, yes. All right. So let's talk about pelagics. Reef fish. Pedro. He wanted to be on the pick board, but I just couldn't let that giant wahoo go. Sorry, Pedro. Love you. He's got a hog of a mutton snapper here, though. Got a couple out of Palm Beach Inlet Friday, around 100 feet. Dead sardines drift. He says the drift was slow. Had to pick through the little boys. A couple of them 19 and 18s. So he's letting eagle fish go, which is good, man. He's looking for the nice fish, which is good. Hey, those, you let them 18s and 19s grow, man. Those will be nice fish when you get them, in a couple of months. Anyway, yes, Pedro, thank you as always for being the maestro when it comes to fishing, and it's all over the place. Several different species. If anyone's looking for what it's like to have backup plan after plan after plan after plan and make it work, this is the man right here. Definitely. All right, thank you, Pedro. And all right, okay, now offshore, right? Sean on his jet ski, of course. He had a ton of pictures he sent. He found a piano floating. Ended up with a bunch mahi. Had this wahoo. He's got a picture of it. It's blurred, but you can see it. It's a good sized wahoo. Swam right up to the boat. Hey, or the jet ski. I'm sorry. Hey man, this guy's out here in rough seas out here. So for everybody that's saying, hey. Okay, yes, Sean, thanks for being part of the community and always contributing. Mike out of St. Lucie, speckled bull. This is a pretty dolphin too. Live blue runner off the nuke plant. He's got this thing in 80 feet of water, so they were drifting for muttons and this thing swam up, and that's a good look. His arms aren't all the way stuck out, anything making that fish look bigger than it is. That's a solid fish for 80 feet of water, man, too. That's awesome, man. Hey, cool. All right, Mike, thanks for contributing. Richard with his daughter got one. Nice. Out of Jupiter, the Turbo Hammer. Hey, it's one of my favorite lures. I'm actually thinking of buying Evolution lures. I'm kind of, they look like little flying fish. I'm thinking of giving those maybe doing like a one-on-one head-to-head when the trolling gets better, maybe for dolphin like next season, doing like a head-to-head turbo mini turbo slammer like that versus that Evolution lure that looks just like it. That thing looks dangerous. It looks like a little flying fish. Anyway, Richard, solid barracuda dinner. His daughter's always got a smile. He's always got a smile. You know, you can't beat it. You know, hey, look, that's what it's about, fishing, making people happy, right? Perfect. And then we got, you know, Mike. This is our thumbnail, folks. And, you know, hey, that's part of contributing pictures as you become the poster child. But, I mean, that's a hog of a wahoo. He's got that thing folded in half like yesterday's newspaper. But, I mean, man, look at that thing. That thing's got to be 40-plus pounds, man. Yeah. And I got to say, I'm sorry. He has a great shirt on. WindRider is our sponsor, and he's got a shirt on there. I love it, too. Hey, there we go. Sean, how you doing? How many different usernames do you have? Anyway, yes, we showed your dolphin, told your story about your wahoo that swam up to... yes. And I think Mike here might have caught it. This is a solid wahoo. He said he got this on a topwater hit on, again, the turbo slammer, which, you know, hey, that would be a great video to do. You know, when the fish are really biting, see if you know what's the preferred. Artificial. All right, and yeah, so that's what's going on. Really, not much in the way of dolphin. I mean, they are out there. Obviously, we got Mike here, right? But and Sean caught some. So, you know, the wahoo are there. It's just the kingfish are there. It's turning into wintertime when the fishing's slow. So we got Raymond here. He thought this was a strawberry grouper, and you know, quite a few people corrected him. This is a black grouper, folks. You know, maybe he was, you know, trying, maybe being a little sarcastic. I'm not sure. Mike, this is that wahoo bent in half inside his cooler, which is completely awesome. Pedro with that nice mutton right there. And again, this is Raymond, 170 feet. You know, caught a, got this mahi with a native strip, I guess, and a yellow and black sea witch or something going on. Awesome. Hey, he's getting it done, catching fish. Cool. Doing better than I am. Awesome. So like I said, we're dealing with weather, folks. All right, so that's what's going on with our fishing, right? It's all over the place. The fishing is kind of, oh boy, shouldn't have done that. Let me open that back up. The fishing's kind of scattered, right? It's hit or miss, really, to say the best. For those of us that are more dialed in on our particular fisheries and you know what we're going for, you know. Yeah, that wahoo was out at 800 Saturday, didn't get it, but I tried, and he kept biting. Hey, listen, if that's the sob story, that's the best one I've ever heard. But yeah, so it's just proof, you know, everybody, not everybody, but quite the few folks believe that wahoo are just deep reef predators waiting to, you know, feed off what's coming off the reef. And no, they're way the heck out there. I've been, you know, halfway to, you know, Mars and hooked wahoo. So yes. All right, bear with me 2 seconds. I have to get back to my Facebook page so that we can keep going over this. All right, cool. Very good. All right. Everyone told me to put some trebles on them. Oh, yes. Yeah. If you ever get a little mahi like that big, just, yeah, I hope the FWC isn't watching. Yeah, take a little mahi like that, hook that bad boy in and send them down. That wahoo that's waiting down there that you don't see will definitely destroy that thing. You didn't hear that from me, though. Okay. Let's do some weather, right? Like I said, we were talking about the fronts coming through. So we had one just pass through, right? Now we got another one. All right, and our winds right now are from the east. Like I said, it's going to be blowing over the next couple of days. The winds are going to be I guess I'm making you laugh, which is great. You're welcome. Anyway, the winds are going to be blowing from the east at 13 knots right now. That's currently right now. So if we look at tomorrow, even worse, right? Well, in that particular spot, in general, they're going to be elevated, high double digits, right, from the southeast. And like I said, we're going to see this trend over the next couple of days. Then it'll start slowing down. What this southeast wind is going to do is it's going to bring some humidity. All right, so this is tomorrow morning. We're using the website called Windy. It's also an app on your cell phones, and it's great. You know, if you click anywhere using a PC, it'll tell you what the wind speed is, what the wave height is, what the rain accumulation, any of that goodness is. Right now, we're currently on the wind one, so it's showing you wind speed, right? Also, down here at the bottom, you've got this color-coded chart that will show you what the wind speed is. So in the green area, if you go here, you can see it's between 10 and 20 miles an hour, which is what it's showing here, right? If you're looking for it to use it, any of the stuff we're going to go through, just go in the description, click the link, paste it into your URL, and use it. Use it. Don't use it sparingly. Use it as a forecast tool, because that's what it is. It's not exactly this is what's going to happen. It'll help you develop a plan and just make sure you're on top of what's really happening. But this will help you kind of get a hint of what is really going to happen. All right, so tomorrow morning, double digits. Tomorrow afternoon, pretty much more of the same. And it looks like it shifts more southerly as the day goes on. Down in the Keys, it's mid double digits too. And when I say double digits, I mean between 10 and 20 and not much higher. If it's higher than that, which is way up here, that's in the 20 plus. All right. And the further up the state you go, towards the St. Lucie area, it's again, still high double digits, mid double digits. It's windy out there, folks. And that's tomorrow. Friday looks like it shifts. Ooh, hit the microphone. It's scary. This weekend is looking great. Awesome. I'll get to it. I'm glad I got you to tell me that. I'll get to it. If the wind looks like it does right now, and it holds from the west, it'll lay the ocean down. So Friday, yes, 11 knots from the southwest, which if it keeps like this, it'll develop a swell, and we'll have some nice sea the weekend. So Friday afternoon, it looks like there's a dead spot here in the Tri-County area. Let's go more somewhere else. 6 from the northwest. So it started out from the southwest. Now it's back from the northwest. So it's got this kind of little variable to it. It's back and forth. We'll see what, we'll get a second opinion from WindFinder here in a minute. See what that looks like. 10 knots down in the Keys from the west. Let's go to Saturday and see what happens if it keeps with that westerly trend. So it looks like it's shifted Saturday from back to the northeast. So we'll see what it's going to do. I mean, it's supposed to lay down. Hopefully it lays down enough to, let us get out there and get something done. When Sean says this weekend's looking great, it could say 3 to 5 and he's going out. So Saturday afternoon, 10 knots from the east. So it's, the wind's blowing. Exactly, you see. 10 knots from the east. So I mean, it could lay down. It's possible. Sunday, 6 knots. So Sunday, it's looking like in the morning, at least in the Tri-County area, the wind's blowing a little bit less. It's still from the northeast, so the waves will come our way. But down in the Keys, they're looking like they're getting the waves kind of skirting along the coast. The wind's blowing that way, 11, 10. So it's laid down definitely from the middle of the week into the weekend. Not much. West Coast kind of, they're loving life it doesn't matter which way the wind is blowing unless it's blowing directly at them and it's messing up and chopping up the water. Always. I pick on the West Coast all the time. Sorry, guys. All right. Yeah, Sunday afternoon. So again, like I said, there will be another front coming through, and this is obviously going to be part of it. And after that, we'll see what happens again. So Sunday afternoon, the wind looks like it's picking up. Look at that. We got 12 knots from the northeast here down in Miami, up in North Palm Beach, 9 knots. So yeah, the wind is really not being friendly. And come Monday, there you go, before it's going to kick us out going on Tuesday. Notice the fishing to be better before the front. So if you can get up, it is, yes. The fish are moving, right, and feeding before that change of pressure. So you got to remember, changes in the atmosphere do affect what the fish and their feeding habits and stuff, and will disperse over the reef and go and hide. And then the predators have nothing to feed on, so of course they go down deep and wait. And yeah, it does affect it. Yes, and then again, sorry, after the front, the fish do regather. But yes, Sean, what I've experienced too in the past is the fishing. If you can get out there before the front, yes, definitely. All right, so yeah, here we go. Monday. This is Monday morning. The wind picks back up, and that's our front coming through. If I zoom out so you can see, there it'll blow through. How much cold it's going to bring, and that I'm not sure. It might be like these other ones where it's like 60 degrees for a couple hours. I'm not sure. Let's see what it'll tell us about Tuesday morning. The wind's still blowing. So come late Sunday, the wind's going to start picking up, and it looks like we're going to have a you know how to find them, man. And you're like eye level too with the jet ski. You're not way the hell up there like the guys on the sport fishes, and you somehow find floating pianos. This is awesome. Oh man. All right, so yeah, it picks up Sunday. All right, so let's go back to tomorrow. Look at our wave heights real quick. And so right now, yes, I've from what I've heard and the local forecasts and stuff on news and all that goodness is it's about 3 to 5 out there right now, 4 to 6, and that's what it is tomorrow. Well, so it's big stuff out there, bumpy, and you get that right here, 5 foot in Tri-County area, down on the Keys. Not much safer out there. It's big stuff out there. Here's Thursday, right? That's actually tomorrow afternoon. Lightens up a little bit in the Keys, but I'm not sure how much of it will be. Boca Ratonish area, 4 foot. So yeah, it's not looking real good for tomorrow. Friday looks like it lays down, right? Friday, this is Friday 8 a.m. What's up with Sean? I got lucky. I ran it over, and a frigate showed up, found me, and the piano. Yeah, if somebody's out there running on our boat, they don't see. Wow, I can only imagine. He almost ran it over. A frigate found me, a log. I don't know if it was a piano, but it made it sound. I mean, I saw what you were seeing. I don't know. Hey, it had some great fish on it. If you're beating off fish to mahi to try and get a wahoo, that's solid. All right, so yeah, Friday morning, saying 2 feet out in the Tri-County area, Miami, same. Key Largo, Upper Keys, even lighter. Mid Keys, 1 foot. So this is Friday in the morning. Something to think about. If you can get Friday afternoon, saying the same. So, and you got a period of 6 seconds too. So with a period of 6 seconds at 2 foot, that's actually not too bad. The waves are coming from the east. It's not much of a confused sea, but yeah, up here in Vero Beach, let's see, yeah, they're 4 foot. So somewhere there's a distinct line as you head north where you're gonna start getting more bumpy, but further down the Tri-County area and south, it's looking fairly nice Friday. And then Saturday morning, let's see, looks like we got some big water coming our way, and that's going to be pushed because of that front. So Saturday morning, we're looking at 3 foot, right? Further down you go, down to Miami, they got 1 foot, right? So that's water. Remember, this water is going to be pushed by that front coming our way. Saturday, yeah. So up in our area, Fort Lauderdale, Tri-County area, 3 foot 5 seconds. So it's not bad. I'm not going to go do it. Sean, you have fun on your jet ski doing that one. It's going to be a little like the same thing. It'll be like what you faced last weekend. It'll be rough, but doable. And then Sunday, let's see if it calms down at all. Sunday is looking a little lighter in the morning. So if you got to pick one of the 2 days, I would say looks like 2 feet at 5 seconds on either throughout the whole day. Not really picking up, and that's in the in our general vicinity. The further north you go, it's you add a foot to that, but you add some length between your waves, so they're looking swells up there. Down in the Keys, we got 2 foot 3 seconds, so short period. So some chop down there. That is Sunday afternoon. Monday, here comes some water. So again, Sunday the front, Sunday evening, the front starts pushing through. Yeah, I know you don't want it to. Okay. Yes. So sun pushes through, and Monday morning, here comes all the water. That's where you're looking at, your big 8 foot waves. They're saying 9 foot. Yeah. Whatever it's going to be what it is. And then that will pass coming into Tuesday. It'll still be there. And then we'll see what happens on Wednesday going further into the week when we can forecast it. So that's that. Let's take a look at our rain and see if this is going to bring us anything. So tomorrow, not much rain, pretty dry. It's a little bit of moisture in the air, but not really indicative of storms or anything tomorrow afternoon. Not much. We got some moisture up there ahead of the front. You can see the front right here, right? Hopefully we can get out there during Christmas time. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I would love to. Anytime I get a chance, I'd love it. Just like you, man. When I can go, I can go. If I'm not worn out. This is Thursday afternoon. Friday morning. Got a moisture in the sky. A little bit of stuff over here in Everglades National Park. Not much. Dry. Friday afternoon. Saturday, dry. And again, this is ahead of the front. So Saturday afternoon, dry. Sunday, dry. Sunday afternoon, dry. And I would say, if anything, with the front, it's like not even, you see what I'm saying? It's pushed all the moisture ahead of it. So it's actually dry. So it's petered out. So we're not going to see really much. Maybe, a little bit of misting or something. But I don't think it'll be one of them all-day rains. Monday, some stuff, not much. Monday afternoon, not too bad. And then Tuesday, looking dry. Pedro, how we doing, Pedro? Sorry, can't see anything. I need to start wearing my glasses. Late, but we're gotten away. Hey, yeah, that's life. Tell me about it. We're watching from the beginning. Perfect, cool. We were talking about you and your nice mutton staffer. It was in contention with that giant wahoo. Sorry. All right. Thanks for showing up, Pedro. All right, back to the weather. All right, there. So that's what we got in the way of rain and all that goodness. Let's take a look at WindFinder and see what they got to say. WindFinder is like basically the numbers version of what we just looked at. All right, so tomorrow, right? Wind from the southeast, mid double digits, not bad. Yes, sir. Hey, no. Listen, I try to spread the wealth. All righty. Unless, of course, it's something exceptional like Marlin or something like that. Anyway, you distracted me. All right, winds from the southeast, right? Mid double digits, right? And gusty, right? As you can see, partly cloudy all throughout the day. That, like I said, over the next couple of days, we're gonna have that wind blowing. They're saying seas right here. It's kind of jiving. Yeah, it is. Man, I love it. You know, man. It's just, I can only imagine holding that fish like that. It's awesome. I've been in that situation. Yes. Alrighty. 6 second period, right? So yes, we got some big stuff going on out there right off the coast right now. Then Friday they're saying, you know, the wind's variable. Saturday still a little bit kind of trying to get its act together into Sunday and Monday where it starts heading from the east. So, but then if we look at Friday, our wind's starting to die down overnight at hours. Still high single digits, sticking around through till Saturday too. And both days, you know, Friday cloudy, Saturday kind of sunny, clouds rolling in the afternoon. That's what you know, you'll see some of that moisture in the sky, like we saw on the last little graphic that we were looking at. The seas, they're saying, are going to kind of peter out. So they're kind of jiving with a little bit, in a sense, of what Windy said, which was the graphic we just looked at. Now we're looking at this one. They're saying, you know, seas 2 to 3 on Saturday. Same thing. They're saying 2 to 3 on Sunday. They were calling it more 2 foot, but they're also saying it's a swell here with a larger, you know, 9, 8 in second period. So we're looking at swell. So yes, Sean, as you were saying earlier, it's looking like the weekend will be nice. It's going to be breezy, but it'll be nice. And when the wind switches direction, you know, hey, you know, and then again, you know, like as Sean stated, if you can get out there and do it before that front comes, Sunday's the day, man. You know, get out there right before that front, see if you can get on some fish. All right. And then we head into Monday when the wind really starts blowing. You can see, yes, hey, oh, there's best pointing, Captain Jim. Yes, sir. Hey, wait, say what? Piano fell off your boat. Oh God, you guys. Is it all right, Mr. Piano Finder? Sean found your piano. As a matter, is it worth deep dropping this time of year? Kind of wanted to try it when I'm out there. I mean, you got a couple of weeks for grouper. It's right now, the sure thing is rosies, and you can go and catch a ton of them, and you're going to spend a ton of time cleaning them. Would I personally do it if I had like a yellow edge grouper spot somewhere out in like 700 feet? Heck yeah. But right now, you know, you don't want to accidentally hook a golden cowfish or something like that and have to send it back down. That's what I can say about it, Sean. You know, stick with swordfish, and I want to see you get one. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for showing up and saying hi. All right, back to the wind. Yes, so Monday it starts blowing really fast, and yeah, Sean, whenever you want to go deep dropping, go deep dropping. But like I said, I tend to focus on tile fish and stuff. But if you want to go do it, just go and do it and start exploring around. Like I said, you got another week or so left of grouper season, so you can still pick them off. They close snowy grouper, so you can't do that. So you see what I'm saying? It's out deep. You're really kind of guessing unless you know you're going to be away from the tile fish and you're not going to be near the snowy grouper. You see what I'm getting at? Your options are kind of limited. Yeah. Hey, I would say give it a shot. Definitely, if you're out there and and you want to do some deep dropping, go for it, man. I mean, out in those depths, like towards 1,000, you end up with fish like barrel fish and other stuff out there too, alfonsinos and stuff. So yeah, if you mark some stuff, man, always, you never know, it might be some wreck that just nobody knows about. Alrighty. Yes, so the wind starts blowing next week, and it's going to look like crap. Weather, great. Anyway, that's our weather, right? All right, let's talk about some moon stuff. Moon phase. And towards the dark moon, right now we are waning. Okay, so when we talk about the moon, there's there's phases. There's waning and there's waxing. Right now we are waning. Waning means you're heading towards the dark moon, which will be there in a couple of days. Waxing means you're heading towards the full moon and we'll be there in a couple of weeks. Okay, so right now, today, we're at 5%. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, we're at 2%. So Friday is the new moon, and it'll carry over into Saturday, still the new moon. And then we start waxing. Again, waxing is starting to head towards the full moon. This is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday is 2%. Monday, 6%. Tuesday. So over the weekend, which is when the weather's actually good, we got dark skies, right? The bait fishing is going to be great. If you're looking to get out there and get some goggle eyes or thread fins or whatever swimming around right now, if you can find the gogs, this is when it gets done, under the cover of darkness. That because the pelagics can't see them as easily as when the moon is shining brightly and they're sitting ducks. Just something to think about when you're making your future decisions on fishing, right? No moon, the fishing might possibly be better during the day because the fish aren't feeding all night because they can't see what they're feeding. Now they can hear it, they can taste it. However, a fish's mind works towards feeding itself. It's got to be more productive when it's light out. It's just, the way nature would work. Unless, of course, they've got great night vision, which, Anyway, back to the topic. Yes, dark moon, I believe the fishing's better. There we go. All right, so that's our moon. Now let's talk about our tide phases, tide charts. And remember, when it comes to it, we're talking about the flow out of the inlet. So for it to work, it has to be going out. What happens during an outgoing tide? Heading from high to low is all the water pushes out all the microorganisms, all the phytoplankton, the chlorophyll, which is very important for fish to gather around. Little fish come in and that's what they eat, and then big fish come in and they eat that, and that's the cycle of life. So you need an outgoing tide to be able to fish the jetties or troll past the inlets and have that tidal flow be productive. Same thing with bottom fishing, jigging, drifting, anything in front of it trying to use it as a weapon in your arsenal for having a productive day fishing. The tide has to be going out. If it's coming in like it is right here, it's useless. You're going to catch nothing because of what I just explained to you. Now, also, along with the tide going out, it has to be at the right time of day, being, around sunrise and around dusk. If it's the outgoing tide is in the middle of the day when there's no shadows, no nothing, the sun's straight overhead and the fish disperse over the reef, you're still going to catch nothing. It's still useless. So you see, it needs to be at the right time of day too. So that being said, we can look at this week right here and say, hey, we are at the incoming tide as day breaks, and we are pretty much about 3/4 of the way through the incoming tide as the sun is setting. And the further through the week we can go, it only looks as if the situation gets worse, because we seem to be about 3/4 of the way through the incoming tide as the sun rises and the sun sets. So this week, the moon phase, personally for me, is on your side because it's dark out, and if you're fishing at night, the fish will find their way. That won't be bad. It'll be good for bait fishing. But if you're fishing during the day, your bite should be theoretically more active, more productive, due to the absence of the moon at night. All right, so that's that, right? All right, folks. That's all the fishing goodies we got right now before we head out. If you're in the market for a fishing shirt, I want to send you over to our sponsors website, WindRider. They have the South Florida saltwater fishing shirts. These are those UPF 50 shirts that fishermen wear. You look really cool. They got hoods, they got gaiters. They're UPF 50, which is the great thing about it. All right, all jokes aside, don't need sunscreen. I don't wear sunscreen except for on my nose and my face in certain areas. So these shirts are great. They protect you, right? They also, they'll keep you warm in the wintertime. They keep you cool in the summer. They dry really quick, and they're stain resistant, right? So if you get them all bloodied up, they're not going to go bad. They're not ruined. You throw them in the wash. If you put some spray and wash on them, they'll come out like they're brand new. Yes, WindRider, right, folks? It's not a fly-by-night company. I've been with them for, a few years, and it's a great product. It's definitely comparable with all, your brand products out there, WindRider. So, check them out. Definitely. And as I showed you, Mike with the giant wall, he was wearing one, right? He was wearing this one minus the emblem, but yeah. So, believe it or not, the shirts are out there, folks. All right. So yes, last but not least, folks, if you are on Facebook, as I can see, we got a like here. Someone was watching on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, go on ahead. I want to ask you to search out and join South Florida Saltwater Fishing Report. It is a private group. It looks like this. Down here, it's in red. It says report. Looks like this minus the date, right? This is a private group. Go on ahead and check it out. Ask to join. This report right here, especially our Monday brag board, is what drives this live stream every Tuesday. It is the driving force behind it, and we use everyone's posts. As you can see, this is the mistaken identity right here. Here's Mike's Wahoo. Here's Pedro's Mutton. This is what drives this, and as I said, you always stand a chance of being the poster child if you post something for the thumbnail of this weekly live stream. So again, Facebook, it's a private group. Ask to join. You got to answer a couple of questions. What's your favorite fish? Are you going to follow the rules? The rules are simple. It's no advertising, no bothering people, no posting, tons of very long videos like your whole YouTube video or whatever. We promote all that stuff. All right, it's been fun. I hope to get out there. Sunday's looking kind of nice. Maybe we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully we can. Anyway, if you get out there, be safe. It's going to be windy, and there might be a small window of opportunity here come this weekend. So if you get out there, make sure you take some pictures of all your catches and be sure to upload them Monday on our back board, folks. All right, till next Wednesday, folks. It's been fun. South Florida saltwater fishing, going wherever the cool wind takes us.